All right, it's February 2nd, 2012. This is your Emperor of the United States of Turtle Island, formerly known as the United States of America since October of 1996. More than 15 years I've been the Emperor of this crappy country where everything that the political hierarchy has done has been illegal. Every action that they've taken is illegal. The media as well is responsible for a lot of these damages, hurts, and agonies. I could go into a lot of talking about the crappy media. You notice the unknown candidates are always paid attention to at the last minute. It's really funny. You have to live through the experience to understand what these people are really all about. When in the past I've told you that if you really want to, you know what you have to do. Stop buying gasoline. Get a bike, get a horse, let the horse crap all over the streets. This is something that you could really get away with. Get even with the country for doing all this damage to people from all walks of life. There are highs and lows in the damages, but none compared to what I've been through. There may be future calamities that are coming that will wipe out huge amounts of populations. Reason being is that behind closed doors, if I could only do what Eddie Murphy does in the movie The Distinguished Gentleman. In that movie he plays a guy who runs on someone else's name because they both have the same last name, Smith or whatever it was. So he runs and he actually gets elected congressman. But towards the end of the movie, they're filming a congressional meeting of some sort, and the head of this power and industry committee is arguing with one of his supporters in the back, and unknown to them there's a video camera laying there recording everything they're saying, and so they plug their argument into the national newsfeed wire and everybody hears it. That's what needs to happen to the Bilderberg Group. That's what needs to happen to the Trilateral Commission. That's what needs to happen to all these secret meetings of rich people. What's illogical about all this? You know, they're all going to die. Liz Taylor died. You know, important people die. Presidents die. Secret Service die. They're all going to die. But they want to play this game. Oh, I'm a this person. I'm a that person. I have to follow these rules. Follow the rules for what? You're going to die. Don't you get it? Stealing, killing, murdering. Don't you know all of you are going to die? You're not going to be around anymore. And look at the legacy that you leave behind you. 7,750 years of war worldwide. And that's not counting the other almost more than another 10,000 years stacked on top of that 7,000 years. Actually, it's more like 28,000 years ago, or 28,000 BC. 28, 30. So it's actually more than 30,000 years. So only 1/3 of those years is considered an actual historical writing period. But they started doing art as far back as 28,000 BC in the caves of France, showing the hunters and the gatherers, how they hunted and what kind of animals were back there. Bisons and little horses with spots. And during all that time, I'm sure there was killing and maiming and destruction and battles between tribes and small little communities. village huts burned. You know, it's really tiring, very, very tiring to know that I'll never be heard. I'll never be heard uncensored, unedited. Can't understand why hackers do what they do. If they're going to do it across the whole board to everybody, and then tell why you're doing it. That you don't like the government, that you don't think that they have a right to operate under any conditions, when so many people are suffering and starving right here in this country. And I've always said, why do you want to take the trouble to feed the homeless? They don't want to help themselves. But see, their psychology, their self-esteem has been destroyed so much, it's like me. I've given up. Sure, I welcome death whenever it happens, because you people have already murdered me. You took the best years of my life away from me. You could have left me alone. Let me continue moving all of my stuff, my 24 cars, my 3 speedboats, my 26-foot sailboat, my 12 motorcycles. I had everything probably a rich person could ever wish to have. Except all my stuff was used and secondhand, and more 90% of it needed work. But I didn't mind, because as long as I could work towards my goal and move out of California out to the middle of nowhere, I'd have plenty to do until the day I died, and that was my plan. And instead I was called a hoarder, a rat packer, so on and so on. I had a plan for all of that. And you people destroyed it. Your country destroyed it. And not one person in all the 5,236 views that have seen any of my videos has come forward. I'm sure that maybe those 5,000, more than 5,000 people probably have as many bitches and gripes that I have, if not maybe more. And instead of them turning their anger, instead of criticizing me, they should be criticizing the White House. You should send all that crap to the White House. Don't send comments to my thing. Why are you wasting your time? Send all your comments to them. I'm like a blood brother to you. If you've been treated wrongfully and been hurt and damaged, even if you think you're self-righteous and that people like us shouldn't be heard, what gives you the right to think that? Just because your life is going well? Doesn't everyone else have a right to build their life in their own way without you people interfering? Without you middle-class people slapping us down? Judging us for our cars in our yard, judging us because our house isn't perfect looking like yours. You certainly are never going to offer to help. You're all really evil. Everything I have mentioned in every of my videos. And like I said, I'll continue, as long as there's a computer close by, I'll continue, saying these videos and all that until the very last day of my breath, when I die. And what will come out of my mouth, I'll tell you right now, I will curse every last one of you. I will curse your planet, curse your existence, curse all of you. Every man, woman, and child, because you're going to bring up those children to be just like you are, the way you're ignoring me in my video. I should be an absolute power for all the pain and agony, all the cars, the trucks, the boats, the interference, the huge amount of prejudicial interference in my life. And you people would institute it and backed up and supported institutions that violated my life, destroyed my civil rights over and over again, over and over and over and over and over and over again for decades. None of you care. You could give a damn about whether I live or die. I'll never get to. I've challenged all the candidates to debate me on Valentine's Day. You know what? That'll never happen, and I know it won't. There won't be one main person that has the guts, the courage of what they claim Americans have. Oh, well, united we stand. Oh, 9/11. You're all full of bullcrap. There isn't one of you Even those of you that carry the Medal of Honor don't have the guts to protest against Obama and all these candidates and say, we're not going to pay our taxes until you debate Caesar. And if he beats your asses like he beat those 4 unknown candidates back in 2004, and then was totally ignored in 2008. As a matter of fact, in 2008, his house was burnt down, and the city attacked him even further because he had a huge political sign facing the street DeSoto. And again, nobody cared. The media didn't come and interview me. They didn't care. I'm blacklisted. Trust me. That sign was huge. It was a sign that faced DeSoto and Hart in the San Fernando Valley, in Canoga Park. It was a sign that faced, and there was a street light there, right across the street from the park. There was a street light there where everybody had to park and read my sign. How the city of Los Angeles uses the color of law to hurt people like me, to destroy their lives. Yeah, that sign was huge. It was at least 12 feet long and must have been like 5 feet high. It was huge. Everybody could read it. Oh, and plenty of people came by and took pictures. Ha 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 ha, look at the sign, blah, blah, blah. And you don't care. You people in Los Angeles have sabotaged my life repeatedly for years. Not just, if it had happened just once, I probably could have handled it. And even to this day, every path, every decision I made put me where I'm at right now. I never wanted to be in another storage. I never wanted to be forced to put my stuff in a storage container. Every decision I made was the only decision I could make because no one would rent to me. Because the price was either too high or they wanted too much criteria. Too many qualifications. You have to pass the credit check. You're all evil. So yeah, I really will be glad when I die. You know, I'm living from day to day just moving stuff. Right now I'm moving stuff. I have no truck. I have to carry stuff in a shopping cart and move it all the way around to another storage just to save $300 or $400 for the next month, which February is a short month. And at the end of February, I have to be finished consolidating all my stuff into this 110 by 30 storage. Not counting my 2 storage containers that were taken from me that are supposedly out in the city of Ventura being held by Portastore under 2 other people's names that are helping me or trying to help me, or at least they tried to help me at the time that they were rented. It doesn't matter. You people are evil. You don't know a thing about Christianity because you don't practice it. You don't walk your talk. You are all hypocrites. Not only in killing children in other countries, like I've mentioned in my other videos, but in killing me as well. A person who represents the dead children that you all have murdered with your tax dollars. Because I'm still alive, and I said it in one of my other videos, you made a horrible mistake in attacking me and allowing me to be attacked at the level and the consistent, repeated level that I was attacked and am still being attacked. I wake up depressed every morning. The first thing in my mind is, why? Even talking to God sometimes, saying, why did you allow these evil people to hurt me? And I ask you a second question, God. Why did you allow them to pay taxes, to kill all those children, to be involved in a collective effort, claiming liberty and freedom for some country, but at the same time killing all these children? Oops, sorry. We didn't mean that cruise missile to run into a school where 100 children were killed. You're all sick. Your whole country's sick. And that's why I say you need an emperor. You need an emperor that you're going to make amends to for the rest of your lives. And you need to protest in order to get that emperorship. Like I said, don't pay taxes. Stop buying gasoline. Tell your congressmen and senators everything I've just said. Don't cooperate with them. Screw them. They're evil, they're sick, and they certainly are not for you or me. And the media especially, you should boycott the media. That's what you should do.